So here's the deal. We're gonna be putting a turbo on my E46 to make it. But before that, there's a couple things I want to add to it to make it drive a little bit less like a 25-year-old car that's been touched by a crackhead a couple times, and a little bit more like a race car.
This is a true story. The E46 was in fact touched by a crackhead a couple times.
Okay, so first things first, it does not look the most unwrecked over here, if you know what I'm saying.
What? What the fuck?
The subframe is ripped out. So yeah, let's get this stuff done real quick so we can get into the fun part of making it fast. There's a couple things I want to change on the front suspension. So first, I got some Z4M style Z4M front control arm bushings. They're not centered, so it gives the front end more caster. Second, I got sway bar adjustable end links. With the coilovers and the way it's lowered, it makes a clunk noise every time I try to turn into a parking lot. So this should hopefully fix that. And then it's also gonna let me adjust the sway bar to have no preload. So yeah, let's get it. This is what I was talking about last time. We're gonna be changing out these guys today. And these guys right down there. I don't know how easy those are gonna come out, but we're about to find out. This brace needs to come off, so I need to jack off and then put the brace back on. I got Brick helping now. Boy, make sure everything looks good. I think I'd get this far, so I didn't have a plan, but I guess it's time for...
Wow! A golden spatula!
What the hell? Didn't think this was gonna be much of a problem.
All right, take our pry bar. We'll get up in here. We'll just kind of pop this off.
Alright, so I just had an idea. I should be able to take a pry bar, get up in here, and just pop this off. God damn! I knew that shit would work. Check this out. Hammer. Crowbar. So it came off super instantly, super easily. I just took off the bolts, and then you pull it down, and there you go. On to the next step of figuring out how to get this off.
I've seen someone actually twist these around to get them moving. Yeah, that's coming right off. Easy.
Hit it with some PB Blaster, and we're gonna give that a go. About a dozen tools, and an hour later, finally got her almost off. I don't even know if I used that right. I think I put it together right, but it came in a toolkit I got for getting the the rear main seals off. So I pulled on that thing with that, and then I twisted it. I twisted it.
Got soft hands, brother.
Easy. Go away. Get out of the car. I don't want to get you. Hey, sit. Show them how good you are. Oh, good boy. Can you shake? Oh, yeah, dap me up. Lay down. Good boy. You're too good to tell go away, but I don't want you to get this. So here's the contraption I've got set up for taking these bushings out and putting these ones in. So you want to take the big cup thing that's big enough to fit on this, and then this guy that's small enough to fit through it. Washers, this guy. And 27 on this side, 32 on this side, and I'll link this toolkit in the description. Got the bushing out. Scientific discovery later. With that and that guy, they didn't work, but I just figured out what might. So I took this piece from the toolkit, put it down. Yeah, don't look at all that. I messed it up. Anyways, put it in there. Put the one that fits onto that, because now that the bushing's out of it, it's not so hard to push through. So now I gotta wire brush the middle of this thing out, especially since I was banging on the sides. That first side was practice, but now new side, new me, let's get it. Scenes. What the hell? Easy, next step. I have a question for God. Why? Easy. That one was actually very hard.
Easy.
It's not a little bit harder than
easier.
the other side. Okay, I'm kind of scared of how this is gonna go, but we just gotta go for it. I'm pretty sure these are not like directional. But the only thing, there is an arrow facing up towards that. Like they're directional this way, but I don't think back and forth. But I know that you want the hole to be closest to those. So it makes sense to have the arrow facing. Finally, first one pressed into place. It was a little nerve-wracking at first because I didn't want to mess it up, but I'm using Dawn dish soap as lubricant because you don't want to use a regular lubricant or else it'll squeak when you drive, apparently. Also, another pro tip in life, make sure you lube both sides. So I'm just going to hammer this thing onto the back of the bushing and hope it goes in.
Careful, SpongeBob! SpongeBob, careful! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob!
Alright, so I got the new bushings on, and I also swapped the sway bar end links already. I gotta wait for the car to get back on its own weight though before I tighten them down. Now that we got those things changed on the front end, I figure we'll take her for a little drive and see how she feels now. Yep, feels like she drives good to me. But yeah, in reality, the car does feel a lot better. It's much more precise and just turning in general. It does need an alignment really bad. I've changed almost everything on the front end now, so it's precise, but precise when I don't want it to be. But yeah, I think when I get an alignment, it'll be perfect. Essentially, the point of this video was to show you guys how to make your E46 handle way better. And there's a couple things that I left out. One of them was the steering rack. I found a purple tag at my junkyard, and I guess it just makes the steering a little bit better. You can look up the different colors and what they mean. The nicest one I could find was a purple, and so that's what's on this car. And then I changed out the tie rods, the front control arms, just all kind of stuff that were making it squeaky up front. Other than that, it's on coilovers. I won't tell you which kind because you'll make fun of me, but I recommend to go with BC. And then another super important thing is the steering coupler. It's a little ball thing that goes from your steering rack to your steering wheel, and it wears out, so definitely replace that. It'll improve the front end a ton, even just doing that. And of course, everything that I change on this and that I show in here, I'll put in the description, even the tools and all that. So if you want to get them or do it yourself, then there you go. And then for the rear end,
I actually have an M3 LSD and complete rear end that's going to be going in it, as well as a 6-speed, so I'm really excited for that, and we'll do that in the next turbo video. The main focus for this car is to basically make it into a baby F80, because I love the F80s, but I don't love the price tag, and I don't love the price tag when it breaks. So I got this as a budget thing that I can just completely destroy and turbo on a budget, and basically give it
the goal for the build is to make the nicest, most fun car to drive while keeping it budget friendly. I took a lot of inspiration from what makes the BMW F80 so fun to drive, and I'm hoping by the end of this we will have a mini F80. Something perfectly balanced in between drift car, race car, and daily driver.
The point of the next video is showing you guys step by step how to turbo your E46. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you want to subscribe. Make sure to prescribe if you want to see the turbo video. See you guys.